Center for the Ethiopian Educational Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on the justice system. Last time, we discussed that a good system of justice must be built on the right foundations. We focused our studies on the moral foundation of the justice system. We talked about the values and norms of a society that make up its moral foundation. In today's lesson, you will learn about the legal foundation of the justice system. You will study the origins of the legal principles upon which the legal foundation is based. If you are ready, we will begin the lesson. Students, in the last lesson, you learned that systems are made up of principles and ideas. The moral foundation is based on principles found in society. Where do you think the principles that make up the legal foundation come from? One source of these legal principles is the Constitution. You have already studied the Constitution in great detail. As a quick review, can you recall what a constitution is? Please write down your answer in full sentences.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, students. I am confident that you were all able to recall the definition of a constitution. A constitution is a document that contains the principles by which a country governs the actions of its citizens and institutions. The Constitution sets the level of authority of the government. It establishes the transfer of power and the rights of citizens. If your answer was similar, you have remembered well, students. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. All legal actions pertaining to justice should be based on the Constitution. The laws that govern people's relations in a country are called domestic laws. These include both penal laws and civil laws. Students, please work with a classmate during this activity. What are the differences between penal law and civil law?
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello, students. I hope you did not find that activity too difficult. Penal law is sometimes called criminal law. This law deals with criminal activity that causes harm to the general public. It involves prosecution by the state for an act that has been classified as a crime. Penal law imposes a penalty, such as time spent in prison. Civil law, on the other hand, deals with disputes between individuals or organizations. It is the area of laws and justice that affects the legal status of individuals. In a civil law case, a judge may choose to award monetary compensation to the victim. Were your answers similar? You will have many more opportunities to learn about the different types of law represented in the justice system. Ethiopia has a penal code and a civil code. The Ethiopian Penal Code states that a crime is punishable where the court has found the crime proved and deserving of punishment. This relates directly to the rule of law and the Constitution. Everyone is equal before the law and has the right to a fair trial. A crime must be proven before it can be punished. The Ethiopian Civil Code states that every person is free to think and to express his or her ideas. I am sure that you can see how this relates to the Constitution, students. Freedom of expression is one of our democratic rights. The second source of principles that make up the legal foundation is international conventions. International conventions are rules that are agreed and accepted by many nations as binding rules. They represent the principles that most countries of the world consider to be important. They are usually related to issues that affect all of humanity. Ethiopia has signed many international conventions, such as the International Convention on Human Rights and the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Students, can you think of reasons why it is important to adopt international conventions as part of the Ethiopian legal system? Please write down your answers.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, everyone. I wonder how you answered this question. International conventions are foundations of justice. Their principles are the very idea of fairness. These declarations state that all humans are born equal in rights and dignity. In particular, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that all humans are equal with regard to race, gender, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Ethiopia is a country of much diversity. It is vital that equality in diversity is part of the legal foundation. In fact, these conventions are so important to Ethiopia's justice system that they are written into the Constitution. Article 9 states that all international agreements ratified by Ethiopia are an integral part of the law of the land. Students, you have studied both the moral and the legal foundations upon which Ethiopia's justice system is built. You have discussed the societal values and norms that contribute to the moral foundation. And today, you learned how the Constitution, domestic laws, and international conventions provide the principles for the legal foundation. In our next lesson, you will learn about the instruments of justice, such as the courts, the police, and traditional institutions. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.